When you think of New Year's Eve, you're gonna get off of work or whatever you're doing at the time, and you're gonna go home and get ready because you and your friends already made plans and y'all gonna go out. What if during that time, during New Year's Eve, it's actually a veil thinning? Think of midnight, think of Halloween. The veil is so thinning that the spirit's able to leave from here to here, or from their world to our world to come visit, or whatever the case may be. And I was like, because a lot of paranormal groups believe that during New Year's Eve, the veil is thinning and that it's actually a hotspot for spiritual activities. Hi, my witchies. Happy late Merry Christmas. And if you're new here, my name is Megan. Welcome to my podcast, WitchDarkTales. And on this podcast, we talk about haunted places, true crimes, urban legends, and the history of Fresno, and also scary stories. Now, on tonight's episode, we're going to be talking about New Year's. 2025 is coming to an end. 2026 is going to be the year of the horse. It's going to be direct and fast-paced and in charge, the stallion. We're going to be talking about New Year's, what to do, what not to do, the urban legend, scary story about the shaving man, which I'm like, what the heck? Views discretion and audio discretion is advised. We're going to be using strong adult language. I'm going to be talking about, pew-pew. Some people getting hurt due to the pew-pews. But with that being said, don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's get straight into the podcast. Pew-pew. I am so excited for New Year's. I wanted to talk about it is because I found out that also New Year's Eve can be haunted. Not a building, not a place, but a holiday. And I'm like, wait, is New Year's a holiday? New Year's Eve, is it a holiday? Since we're talking about New Year's, why not add the scary story first about New Year's? Well, there's a story going online that I was doing research and I said, what? The shaving man. And I'm like, what is that about? One of the creepiest New Year's legend floating around online is the story of the shaving man. And it goes like this. On New Year's Day, police responded to a call about a strange scraping noises and steps inside a home. When they get there, they find a man sitting in the bathroom. He carved layers skinned off of his face, and he repeated this line over and over and over. And I quote, "This isn't my face. This isn't my face. This isn't my face," unquote. And then the legend also stated that he was admitted to the psychiatric hospital. Now, every New Year's Eve, he claims something takes his real face, and he tries to replace it. And then the legend says that during New Year's Eve, he would sit there and try to take his face off by shaving it. And each year after midnight, this man is still trying to shave off his face. And that is the story of the shaving man. I wanted to know how the story came to be, and then I found this. But the idea of New Year's Eve being a time where identities shift, where something might borrow your face for the year. So I was thinking, I'm like, wait, hold on, because every 7 years, our body goes through a change. Don't quote me on that. Every year, our body goes through a change. And sometimes I see people that I used to know, and I look at them, I'm like, dude, you look the same, but you don't look the same, but you look the same, but you don't look the same. I don't know if that makes sense. If you really go through your old pictures right now, in the past, you look like a whole totally different person. Not because you gained weight, not because you lost weight, but if you really look at your face, the structure of it, it looks like a whole different person. When I think of New Year's Eve or New Year's Day, I'm gonna go out. And once I go out, I'm gonna go have fun and chill and party and be with my friends. We do not promote any of that. Everyone's different. I'm just saying, disclaimer. If you really think about it, what about your old self? Like when you're shedding your old self away, where does it go? What if your old self tried to come back and replace itself with you? That's kind of creepy, huh? I don't know. You guys drop down a comment, let me know. And let me know what you think about that scary story for New Year's. I'm like, please, this is the only face that I have. Leave me alone. Jessica. Well, speaking of New Year's Eve, I found out that New Year's Eve can actually be a haunted holiday. Now, I don't know if that's considered a holiday because I know when you go to work, some people don't get paid for Halloween. Some people don't get paid for New Year's Eve. Some people do. Some people get paid for New Year's Day. I don't know, depending on where you're at or where you come from. Again, I don't know. I wanted to talk about New Year's Eve, because if it is haunted, well, the story that I was looking at that people claim. Okay, so let me tell you guys the story. Many paranormal groups believe that during New Year's Eve, this is a time where spirits is able to come through. Think of how Halloween, when the veil is thin between, right? Now, a lot of paranormal groups believe that New Year's Eve is a hotspot for spiritual activities. And I was like, okay, nothing ever happened during New Year's Eve. I didn't notice anything. I don't know. And then I started reading some more, right? Because midnight marks a transition, the ending, the beginning, and the threshold. When you're getting ready for New Year's Eve, you're gonna go home, get off of work, you're gonna go home, take a shower, so on and so forth, get ready, and go out with your friends. What if during that time we're so focused on getting ready that we're not seeing the little details? What if at the end of the year or New Year's Eve, the veil is also thin and it becomes a moment where spirits able to, let's say, come here? There's a whole bunch of articles out there that states paranormal groups believe that during New Year's Eve, this can be a hotspot for spiritual activities. The reason why is because it's the beginning of the year, the ending of the year, and also the threshold of the year. Now, a lot of people in other countries, they believe that a lot of these spiritual things happen. People claim to see apparition and also shadow people behind party goers. You know, people when you go clubbing, you're watching it and they're like, and they see like shadow figures and stuff. And then others claim that during midnight, they've seen plates flying off of the countertop. And also during the countdown, you know, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, yay! They've seen lights flickering during the countdown. I was like, what the heck? People claim that their pets will start barking or growling at like the corner of the room and there's nothing there. I also found that people even said their pets will go crazy. So what is the pets growling at? If my dog or cat was like barking at something and or meowing something over there and I'm looking and there's nothing there, of course I'm gonna think it's haunted, or of course I'm gonna think something's evil right there. You can't see it, so you can't explain it. And then I don't give a heck. I don't care if nobody sees it. I don't care if nobody believes me. So if you believe that New Year's Eve can be haunted, drop down a comment, let me know, because I really want to know what you think about that. Now, when I think about haunted places, in my mind, buildings, spots like cemeteries and hospitals and so on and so forth, but I wouldn't think a holiday can be haunted. Now, and I do get it because during Halloween too, the veil is very thinning. So people do believe that spirits are able to leave from their world to come to our world. Now, what if we're at the club, we're under influence and we're disoriented, the music's playing and everything's happening, and we're so distracted that the spirit comes with us as soon as they hit 12 and they're like, oh, well, let me just sneak through because they're over there. They don't even pay attention. So let's just get out of here. If a spirit is trying to come with me to 2026, don't come with me. Send them to the light. Send them to the light. Let them go rest in peace somewhere else because you ain't coming with me unless you're going to help me pay my bills. For me, I don't know if New Year's Eve is haunted, but I do notice, what if the people are under influence and they've been ejected from their body with the new spirits coming in? Now that we know that New Year's Eve can be haunted, let's get that out of the way and let's talk about some good stuff. So we're going to be talking about superstitions and urban legends. And the first one is called the first footer. In Scottish and British folklore, the most important moment of the whole night is the first person who enters your home after midnight. So my husband. They're called the first footer, and they set the tone for your entire year. I'm not gonna let my husband walk first because he be getting on my nerves, and sometimes I'm just like, man, you're already making my day bad. I don't, you know, you're not setting the tone for the house. I'm gonna step in. But then it says the best first footer would be a dark-haired man holding gifts, coal, bread, salt, whiskey, which symbolizes warmth, food, protection, and celebration. I'm not a man, but I'm gonna step in. I don't care. I'm gonna step in the first house because my man be getting on my nerves. Oh, sorry, babe. I love you, but damn. And then it says the worst first footer would be a light-haired person or someone empty-handed said to bring bad luck or poverty for over the rest of the year. Nobody coming in my house. If you're blonde, matter of fact, my friends and stuff, they're not coming over. Y'all not coming in on first night. We going out to the club and you need to get your ride home because you're not coming in my house. I'm not bringing no bad luck. Not saying y'all bad, but I don't need nothing right now to come along. Especially finding out that New Year's Eve can be haunted. What if a spirit's attached to you? I'm not trying to have you come with a spirit to come to my house. And then I also found out that making noises at midnight, people like all around the world, they use fireworks, pots, pans, and yelling. And it's not just for fun, it comes from ancient beliefs that evil spirits hate noises. And so the louder the people are at midnight, the fewer spirits will follow them into the new year. In the old Europe, people used to fire guns in the air. In the Philippines today, entire neighborhoods bang metal together and scare off ghosts. In Mexico, firecrackers are a must, not just for celebration, but for protecting. So, well, speaking of guns, if you're from Fresno, listen to this. On New Year's Eve, please go home. Do not use a gun and start firing it in the air. There are people, especially little kids, that are in bed trying to go to sleep. Go home. It's so messed up. You gotta understand okay, so I found out that, let me see. In 2021, a woman in a backyard was hit in the head by a stray bullet. She sustained minor injuries and was released from the hospital a few hours later. 2019, a man sleeping in his bed had a bullet fall through his ceiling and landed a few feet away from him. Whether it hit them or not, dude, that's risky. That could have been your grandpa. That could have been somebody you know. Like, do you really want to have that over your head that you killed somebody? Like, no, just go home. You guys, it's cool to do things, but not cool when you're hurting somebody. In short term, police in Fresno have constantly warned about the dangers of illegal celebratory gunfire, emphasizing that what goes up must come down and can cause injury or even death. Did you hear the word death? Are you willing to have that on top of your head? I get it, you want to have funs. I get it, you want to have fun and be with your friends and look cool and so on and so forth, but it is not cool when you end someone's life. And it's not even more cool when you go to prison or jail. So just be careful. I do not promote any of these activities. All I'm saying is be considerate of others because that could have been your sister, your mom, your dad, your uncle, your cousin. And during this time where everything that's happening right now all around the world, I believe that we should be more closer and considerate to others more than ever. And on that note, let's talk about some what to do and what not to do during 2026 of New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. What to avoid on New Year's Day. Many cultures share the same warnings. Do not clean your house. No sweeping, mopping, or especially laundry. They say you'll wash away your good luck. Or even worse, wash away someone's life. Connected to the pew pew in the air. Some superstition version literally claim if you watch clothes on New Year's Day, a family member could die. So if there's a laundry, let it sit. Your luck is more important. And then the next one says, don't break anything, not even dishes. And then don't lend any money, because if you do, you'll be lending your money away all year in your fortune. Then we move on to the suitcase tradition. The suitcase tradition in Latin America, one of the most famous New Year traditions. If you want to travel in the upcoming year, grab an empty suitcase and walk around the block at midnight. Some people sprint, some people stroll, some people even drag the suitcase behind them half asleep. But everybody agrees it works best if you imagine where you want to go. Where would I want to go? I think I would want to go to Rome. So maybe I should grab my suitcase. I have like the little Disney princess one. It is little. Would that work? But I would look crazy. Imagine you see somebody walking around with a suitcase. What to do on New Year's for good luck? Eating lucky food. Grapes at midnight, 12 grapes for 12 months, black eyed peas and greens, noodles for long life, pomegranate seeds, pork for progress. Also, what to do, wear something new clothes equals new energy, open your doors or window briefly at midnight. This lets the old year leave and the new year enter. Keep something gold in your pocket. Gold attracts wealth and prosperity. Kiss someone you care about. This tradition goes back to the idea that how you start the year emotionally, how it comes out after. Make your first action something positive. Many cultures believe your first words and first action of the year shapes everything. So do something good, even if it's small. So 2026, we should all have a resolution not to help yourself, but help others. I kind of want to start helping the homeless people. I don't mean that in a bad way. I want to start giving out. I want to start going out and asking them questions and see if we can start like a fundraiser, and also to, even if we can't get them a place, we can help donate and give them clothes and food and some good stuff. 2026 should be the year where we all come together and help one another. Before we end the podcast, what did you accomplish this year for 2025? What did you do that you were proud of, even if it was just a little thing? Did you finally get a job? Did you finally get your driver's license? Did you finally move into your new home? And also, what is your New Year resolution that you want to happen in 2026? What's your next step? The end of 2025, what did you accomplish? After you accomplish this in 2025, what is your next mission? Let me know. Drop down a comment. And for me, I'm just excited to learn from podcasting. I'm excited for every journey from here on out. And I wish you guys all the best. Whether this year is going to be good or not, I just want to be healthy, abundance, prosperity, world peace. Thank you guys for watching the WitchDarkTales podcast, and audio listeners, thank you for listening. And I'll see you guys on YouTube on Sunday and audio on Monday. But with that being said, blessed be, Happy New Year's, and I wish you guys all the best. Blessed be everyone. Bye.